Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka G133. I'm back here today with another video on the channel for you guys, and today we are reacting to the new official teaser trailer for Dragon Ball Daima, or Dragon Ball Magic, or whatever you want to call it. It's finally here. You know, it's been 5 long years since Dragon Ball Super ended, and we've been wondering what was going to be next for such a long time now. We've had so many different hopes and instances where we thought a new anime was going to get announced. But finally, after 5 long years, we finally know what's next. Dragon Ball Daima, and I'm hyped for it. I truly am. I have a lot of questions about it, but I'm just excited that we are finally getting some new Dragon Ball anime content. As much as I love Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Hero, I'm just finally glad that Dragon Ball is getting back into an anime. I'm not gonna lie, I do wish we were getting Dragon Ball Super with the Moro arc, the Granola arc, and whatever's coming next. But still, I'm not gonna sit here and complain. I know I'm a little late also to reacting to this. As you guys can tell, I'm not at home. I don't have my microphone with me. I'm actually using my headphones as my mic. But the main reason for that is I was at Comic-Con yesterday. I'm in New York for the weekend, and I did go to Comic-Con. I went to the panel, which was really, really cool. They had it in the Empire Hall at New York Comic-Con, and if you don't believe me, we got some special things at Comic-Con. So for attending the panel, this was a big deal. They had a Yoku there. They had the voice actor for Whis, Ian Sinclair, was there. They had the voice actor for Bulma. Mosako Nozawa sent in a message, and then of course, Toriyama sent in a message as well. You guys know Yoku. He is, one of the big heads when it comes to Dragon Ball in Japan, and he is the new director of the head of that new company they had in Japan, the Capsule Corp, Capsule Corp Corporation Tokyo or whatever. And he flew in all the way from Japan for this panel, so you knew what they were announcing was huge. The panel was awesome. I know for those of you guys that were watching online, some of the stuff got blacked out and then uploaded later to YouTube. But they announced some stuff for Xenoverse and some of the other Dragon Ball video games. And then about 30 minutes into the panel, they finally announced the new anime. They gave us a special pin, right? There's Kid Goku from the new Dragon Ball Daima series. Dragon Ball special panel at New York Comic Con, October 12th. So cool little pin. And then they also gave out these shirts, right? And before Comic Con, they did announce that you would get these shirts for attendance, but they didn't reveal the back. And the back has Kid Goku from the new Dragon Ball Daima, or Dame, whatever you want to call it, or the Dragon Ball Magic series. So that's the reason why they never showed us the back of the shirt, because they didn't want to reveal Kid Goku. But of course, a lot of this is for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball, so this is kind of the celebrating 40 years of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball started with Goku as a kid, so here we are 40 years later, taking it back to its root with this whole new adventure. So I'm going to have a lot of videos talking about this in the coming days, weeks, and months as slowly we get more information about the series. It's not set to release till fall 2024, which is a little disappointing because based on what I've heard, they've already gotten a lot of the episodes done. But they're still going to make us wait almost a full year before this anime comes out. And you also got to remember, it's not going to be a TV anime. It's going to be a web series anime. So it'll be probably coming through Crunchyroll and other platforms like that. It's not going to be on Japanese TV like Dragon Ball Z and Super and etc. But let's get into the teaser trailer. This is my first time seeing it in HD, like on the computer. I saw it at Comic-Con, of course, when they revealed it during the panel, but I haven't sat down and actually seen it, analyzed it frame by frame. So this is pacing my second or third time looking at the actual trailer. So you won't get any crazy reaction out of me, but we'll go through it and then we'll analyze what we see. I have my own ideas about the show and what the story might be, but I'm probably going to say that for a separate video. All right, but either way, let's not waste time. Let's get into this. Let's go. So of course, it starts off. I did really like how they did this teaser trailer. So really, the first like 45 seconds is them just going through like the history of Dragon Ball. Of course, 1984, I wasn't even alive yet. The manga started in '84. The anime Dragon Ball started in '86. Then of course DBZ, '89. Prime Dragon Ball. They even mentioned GT. Even though Toriyama didn't create GT, I love how they included it in the history. And then go forward, right, all the way into 2013 with Battle of Gods. And then, of course, Super, or no, Resurrection F, yeah. And then into Dragon Ball Super. The Goku Black Arc, Tournament of Power. I wish it was Super. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. But still, of course, Dragon Ball Super Broly, probably my favorite Dragon Ball movie of all time. And then, of course, the last year with Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Yeah, I'm telling you, the way they built this up, great job. Like, they did a really good job of building this all the way up through the 40-year history of Dragon Ball. And then, here we go. This looks like hell. Like, this looks like something we've never seen. And you got the nice, mysterious music. So I have a lot of theories on these two characters. Look at it, you see like the history of like the events of Dragon Ball Z in the background. An all new series. I love these mysterious evil vibes. Then we got the Dragon Balls. And we got Shenron. So someone's using the Dragon Balls. They have this in like literally every single trailer too. Shenron always shows up. Goku and Vegeta. And then, getting turned into kids. So when I saw this, man, I was shocked. Everybody got turned into kids. That was one of my questions when we first got the leaks for Dragon Ball Magic. But yes, not just Goku and Supreme Kai, all of them. I love it. Look at Roshi. Goten and Trunks being turned babies. We'll get to that. I love that the animation looks incredible. The power pole. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. Goku using the power pole, awesome. I wonder who that green character is, by the way. So you can tell this is giving those nice little action adventure vibes. Babidi, I have theories on that. And this is clearly adult Goku and Vegeta sparring. Nice. Kamehameha Galick Gun. I love this shot. Dragon Ball Daima. I gotta get used to pronouncing that. Fall 2024. I know. I'll say first things first. First thing I will say is I feel like there is a chance that this comes out before fall 2024. That might just be like the placeholder date. Because based on what I've heard, there's been a lot of episodes that are already complete. So I feel like that's the placeholder. I don't know if they're gonna wait a whole year, make us wait a whole year for this anime. I really do think there's a chance it comes out a little bit earlier than that. Like I'm thinking like maybe summer. I think spring probably not, but I'm thinking potentially it gets increased to summer. They did announce that they'll have more information on the new Dragon Ball Daima teaser, or they'll have more information on the Dragon Ball Daima anime at I think they said Dragon Ball Battle Hour. So Dragon Ball Battle Hour is just like the big video game festival they do every single year, right? For like Xenoverse, Dokkan Battle, Legends, Fighters, and I believe it was at Dragon Ball Battle Hour earlier this year where we got the announcement for Budokai Tenkaichi 4, right? And there was nothing, they didn't reveal anything about Budokai Tenkaichi 4 at New York Comic Con, but they did say that more information would be revealed at Battle Hour, which is taking place in January. So I'm not gonna make any predictions right now, but I would probably say maybe we'll get another trailer and maybe get some more information on the plot. Like I said, this is just a teaser trailer, so this is just to get you excited. They're not going to give you all the information yet. So this is just something they're gonna let marinate and leave you to just start thinking about for the next couple months, right? But still 2024 like a huge year. We're getting the new anime. We're probably getting the new Budokai Tenkaichi game, right? So a lot to be excited about. But we're gonna go through this again, all right? And then we're going to kind of analyze it. We'll try to do this pretty quick here. So I will say this, like, so the art style right away is very much Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball Z Broly or Dragon Ball Super Broly, which I said 1,000 times that was the best animation we've ever seen, and that should be what Dragon Ball is going forward. That Shitani art style, you know, the whole movie had different styles, but it was very consistent. Um, and if you notice throughout the teaser trailer, the way the animation looks, it looks incredible, incredible. Um, so I'm glad that even though the superhero movie, the 3D animation, you got used to it, you were like, okay, but I think we all prefer that more 2D hand drawn animation that we get from classic anime. So I'm glad that's here for Dragon Ball Daima. So we're going to 2024, right? So we got this mysterious evil kingdom, right? This is something you don't really see in Dragon Ball. I know we'll get to Toriyama. He did send a message about the new anime, so we'll get to that um, after we get through the teaser trailer. But you look at this palace and everything; it's giving up those evil vibes, right? Um, it looks a little bit like could be a demon world or something, but or something going on in hell. But look at this. I love the evil landscape. So whoever is the main villains for this show, right? Um, Clearly they're not going to be good people. All right, those evil vibes are there from the start. So we have these two characters, right? They remind me a little bit like Beerus and Whis a little bit. We don't see Beerus and Whis in this teaser trailer at all. So we'll have to wait and see. And of course, there's a lot of speculation on when this takes place. Does this take place right after the Buu Saga? I don't know because remember, Supreme Kai and Capito were fused for a time. Especially right around when Battle of Gods takes place. But in this teaser trailer, they're separated. So maybe this takes place a little bit after Battle of Gods. Maybe this takes place later on in the Super timeline. Maybe it takes place after Superhero. Or maybe it takes place in a completely separate timeline. I do think it's going to be canon, but like I said, that's one of the questions they're going to leave us with. We have no idea where in the timeline this show takes place. They're probably going to make us wait till January to give us some more information on that. You can see these two, who I'm guessing will probably be our main villains. They're looking at the history of the Sea Fighters. So a little bit more. So I think this could be the evil villain. We don't have any names for any of these characters. That wasn't revealed to us. But this could be the villain that they're talking about. And we have Shenron. So clearly, whoever's using the Dragon Balls here uses them at the lookout. So we don't know if this is one of the Z Fighters using the Dragon Balls or if it's someone else. Oh, we have a Shenron saying now state your wish. And it's funny, they have Shenron appear like this in every single teaser trailer they drop. No matter if it's a movie, a show, the video game, Shenron always appears in the same way. So this is adult Goku. So basically right away, episode 1, that's when probably the big change is gonna happen, right? we see Goku and Vegeta here. They're sparring. They have damage. Of course, Goku and Vegeta going at it like they always do. They're not transformed or anything. Um, but this is in like everything. Like Dragon Ball Super Broly, Goku and Vegeta are sparring. Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Goku and Vegeta are sparring. You know, the beginning of this show, Goku and Vegeta are of course they're sparring. Goku and Vegeta are always sparring. That's what they do. But I love the design here of adult Goku. Um, but you can see, of course, right? Him and Goku or him and Vegeta are going at it, and all of a sudden they're getting turned into kids. So similar to GT, remember, Toriyama is taking the idea. Toriyama did not write GT. He didn't create GT. But Toriyama is taking the idea of Goku being turned into a kid from GT and using it for the show. Remember, one thing I talked about when we first got the leaks for Dragon Ball Magic was Goku was it just going to be Goku and the Supreme Kai turning into the kids, or was it going to be everybody? Right? How was that going to be done? And I was right. I kind of predicted that it was going to be everybody turned to kids, and that's what is real. You can see all of them being turned into kids. Dragon Ball's getting scattered. You can see Vegeta's annoyed, and Goku's like, "What's going on?" So let's guess that this is happening right after to turn into kids. See, there's Chi Chi, there's Bulma, there's Hercule. Remember, kids don't have facial hair, so Mr. Satan doesn't have his mustache. There we got Krillin crying. There we got 18 turned into a kid. The amount of toys that they're gonna make off this, it's gonna be crazy. You think we already know Dragon Ball makes so much money from merch. The amount of merch they're gonna make just based off everybody being turned into kids. Uh, there we got Marin. She's a baby again. All right, we got Yamcha. We got Oolong, Pew. There we got Supreme Kai, Kibito, Piccolo. I believe that was the Ox King, right? Chi-Chi's father. Yeah, there's Piccolo. I love how Piccolo looks. Piccolo's like, like what's going on? One thing that you do got to notice is it seems like they're at some kind of party. It looks like they're at Capsule Corporation, right? The Capsule Corporation building here, and it looks like they're at some kind of party. Some people are gonna say this is Bulma's birthday party from Battle of Gods, right? I don't know. I believe Bulma was wearing something different. I believe Bulma was wearing something different in Battle of Gods. She was wearing like a purple outfit, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I believe Bulma was wearing something a little bit different in Battle of Gods. I'm gonna check that actually right now because I can. And just it's a good reminder. Remember, Battle of Gods is coming back to theaters to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Battle of Gods being released. I'm trying to see if I can find Bulma. Yep. So yeah, Bulma was wearing a different outfit, same hair, but she was wearing a different outfit in Battle of Gods. So this could be a whole separate party. We know that a lot of times they are doing parties in uh, in Dragon Ball. A lot of the parties they do are at Bulma's place. That's Master Roshi. So is Master Roshi? He loses his mustache because when you're turned into a kid, you don't have facial hair. So Master Roshi, the glasses, the staff, love it. It's gonna be weird to see Master Roshi being acting like a pervert as a kid, but that should be funny. And this Goten and Trunks being turned into babies. So remember, Goten and Trunks are not adults yet. No matter where this takes place in the timeline, Goten and Trunks are not adults. Even if it takes place in superhero, remember they're teenagers. So that's funny. For all if you've been keeping up with the manga, right, or if you saw the superhero movie, Goten and Trunks are finally aged up to teenagers. But it's funny. The second they get aged up, and the teenagers, they get reverted right back into babies, which is hilarious. Uh, so while all the adults are turned into kids, the kids, like Goten and Trunks, are turned into babies. This is wacky though. This is gonna be wacky. See Goten and Trunks acting this way. Don't know what's happening here. Maybe it's because they're all kids now. They can't sit on in adult chairs because they're not tall enough. They're all like dangling their feet. So we have Supreme Kai, Kibito, Goku looking into something. So we see this ship. Don't know what the ship means. So we got Goku meeting up with Korin, Vegeta. I love this, right? Goku bringing back the power pole. You remember that image? Remember when the Broly movie was first? We got the first teaser trailer for the Broly movie. It was like that 30-second video of Goku warming up, and then we got like the teaser trailer poster. It was adult Goku with the power pole. Well, now here we have it. We have Kid Goku now back with the power pole, and this is clean. The animation here looks incredible, very fluid. We got Bulma looking into something. I don't know who this character is. Like, for one second, I thought it was Kami. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Kami and Piccolo are fused. No matter where this takes place in the timeline, Kami and Piccolo are fused. So, I don't know if this is a Namekian or this could be a new character. Don't know. Give me your idea of who this character could be in the comment section. Here we got Goku the Supreme Guy taking a nap. So there's going to be a lot of wholesome content. Here we have Goku flying. We got some dragons. This is gonna be interesting. Since Goku and the others are now kids again, will they have access to their powers? Will Goku be able to fly, right? Or will they be able to turn Super Saiyan, right? I'm guessing they're not gonna be able to go Super Saiyan Blue or anything like that, but clearly Goku is having fun as a kid flying. So here we have Babidi. So there's a lot. So I'm going to make a separate video and give my thoughts on what I think the plot could be. See, they keep showing Babidi and Majin Buu here. And then this is my favorite part. It's just Goku and Vegeta sparring as adults. So this is, like I said, the first episode. This is clearly going to be from the first couple minutes of the show, and then right before everyone's turned into kids. But you know, Goku and Vegeta, of course, sparring on Jesus. Absolute great animation. And then, of course, throwback to Goku and Vegeta's first fight in DBZ. Galick Gun, Kamehameha, Key Blast, Beam Shoulder. And then this is the last shot. It's Goku in battle against somebody. We don't know who. And it's clearly this. I think this is on another planet. One thing we do know, Goku and Supreme Kai, there's going to be a lot of world building on the show. They will be going to different planets, you know, trying to figure out how they can all be turned into adults again. Dragon Ball. So that's it, really. So from that, we know that they're going to be turned into kids, right? And then they're going to be going on this grand adventure trying to make things right. There's going to be a lot of new characters involved, new settings, a lot of world building. So Here we have the official design for Kid Goku. Of course, he has the power pole, right? It's the same as what I showed you guys on the T-shirt. Um, that's the reason why they didn't want to show us the back of the T-shirt when they first announced the panel, because they didn't want to reveal, Kid Goku for the new show. Um, and one thing you've noticed, especially when I was at Comic Con, everything was being referred to as Dragon Ball. They weren't using like the phrase Dragon Ball Super, which would tell you that they were coming up with something new. Like I said, we don't know where in the timeline this takes place, right? Some theories it takes place some point in one of the earlier arcs of Dragon Ball Super. Another place, we would say it takes place later in the timeline after Superhero. Um, we don't see Bula anywhere. Vegeta and Bulma's daughter. So, maybe they could be saving her. Maybe they purposely decided to keep her out of the trailer because they didn't. Because if Bula's in it, that means it takes place after the Tournament of Power. Or maybe it does take place sometime after DBZ, or maybe it takes place in a completely different timeline. But we don't know. Either way, I'll leave you guys with this. This is what Toriyama said. Hello, I'm Akira Toriyama. We got to see this at Comic Con, but this is the HD version of his message they put on social media. Hello, I'm Akira Toriyama. I'm currently working on a new Dragon Ball. The title is Dragon Ball Daima. Daima is a made-up term, which in Japanese characters would be, or in English would be something like evil, right? Remember, I forgot to say this. So Dragon Ball Magic was the term they were using for the show. It was literally last week where they decided to switch it. They decided to switch it last week to Dragon Ball Daima for whatever reason. But Toriyama says, due to a conspiracy, Goku and his friends are turned small. In order to fix things, they'll head off to a new world. It's a grand adventure with intense action in an unknown and mysterious world. Since Goku has to make up for his petite size, he uses his power pole to fight, something not seen in a long time. Of course, we haven't seen this since the days of OG Dragon Ball. So, of course, some of these enemies Goku's going to be going up against are going to be much bigger than him. So, to make up for that, the power pole will help make up the difference in size. It says, remember, in an unknown and mysterious world. We don't know what that world's going to be. I came up with the story and settings as well as a lot of designs. I'm actually putting a lot more into this than usual. So we talked about that. Remember when we talked about the leaks a couple weeks ago? Toriyama has a lot more to do with this than he usually does when it comes to like a movie. Usually with the Dragon Ball Super anime or like with the Broly movie or the superhero movie, Toriyama does make a good amount of the character designs, and he does do the story, but he usually does like bullet points, and then he lets Toei and Shueisha do the rest of it. But this is the most that Toriyama's been involved really with a story in a very, very long time. So this is basically Toriyama's work for the most part. So if it's good or bad, it's Toriyama that's gonna hear about it. Things will unfold that close in on the mysteries of the Dragon Ball world. Hope you all enjoy these different from usual battles that are cute and powerful. So these are different. It's going to be different than what we're used to. That doesn't mean the battles are not going to be fun. It's different. It's going to be cute because, of course, our heroes are kids now, right? But it's going to be cute but powerful. Hope you all enjoy these different from usual battles. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. The last thing I will say is I'm excited, but I'm also cautious. I'm not cautious about I'm not cautious really about the animation. The animation looks absolutely incredible. The one thing that I'm cautious about, what we've been hearing is the show is what is the show is targeted towards a younger audience, but it's also targeted towards Dragon Ball diehards like myself, right? Dragon Ball is my favorite show of all time. Um, but what does this mean for this show itself? If it's targeted towards a younger audience, remember Dragon Ball Super in a way was targeted towards a younger audience, right? Um, the Dragon Ball Super still had some of those DBZ elements. Of course, we're probably never gonna get a story or get back to where OG Dragon Ball Z was, where they had these insane stakes, right? The tone at times could be very, very gruesome. Super at times was there, but because you knew that all the characters were going to survive, because you knew Dragon Ball Super took place before the end of Dragon Ball Z, you were never like, oh yeah, if a character dies, they're probably going to come back in some way or form. But still, I enjoy Dragon Ball Super. I still love it, right? This with the characters being turned back into kids, right? How much is this really going to be geared towards your audience? Is it gonna feel like a kid friendly show? Like I don't know what to expect. I do think it's gonna be fun, but I'm a little bit worried about how kid friendly is this show actually gonna be. We're probably not gonna get stuff like blood or anything like that in this show. We're not gonna get some of those insane panels like we got in the Dragon Ball Super manga. You guys know what I'm talking. If you read the Moral and the Granola arcs, there's some gruesome stuff in there. I don't think we're gonna get that in this show, especially if like Goku's a kid. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to see kids bleeding? And of course, as an OG Dragon Ball fan, I don't care either way. But still, how much of the show is really going to be geared towards a younger audience? That's one of my concerns, or that's probably my biggest concern at this time, right? So yeah, my two biggest things coming out of this is still, where does this take place in the timeline, right? My guess is it's going to be canon, but still, where does it take place in the timeline, and how much is this actually geared towards a younger audience? There's going to be stuff for all OG Dragon Ball fans to enjoy, but really, how much of this is actually targeted towards a younger audience? And should we be worried about that? But either way, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, there's still a lot left to be revealed, so we're just gonna have to be patient right now. I know sometimes it's hard for us as Dragon Ball fans to be patient, but yeah, and still we're gonna get a lot more information about this show in the coming weeks and months. Probably the next big announcement about the show will be in January at Dragon Ball Battle Hour. Like I said, I would not be surprised if the show comes out much sooner than fall 2024. I feel like that's more of a placeholder date for now. I would not be surprised at Dragon Ball Battle Hour because they've already said they have so many episodes done. I would not be surprised if at Dragon Ball Battle Hour we get like another trailer and they're like, no, we're actually gonna move this up to summer, right? We don't know how many episodes are gonna be, but based on what I've been hearing, it's gonna be at least 15, maybe more. So we're just gonna have to, wait and see, wait till we get more information in the coming months. But I am excited. It's different. As much as I want Super back, I'm gonna take whatever Dragon Ball gives me. I'm just excited that we do have a new anime on the way. Who knows? This could end up being a lot better and a lot more exciting than we think. There's lots of questions right now, but at least I'm just excited that we're getting something back. And who knows? In terms of Dragon Ball Super, I probably would say we're gonna have to wait a couple more years, especially with this, since this is not coming out to 2024, right? Say it goes on for 6 months to a year, probably the closest we'll get a return of Super won't be till late 2025, in my opinion. 2025, maybe even 2026. But if this show is good, I can wait. I don't think this show is going to suck. If it does suck, then it's going to make people want Dragon Ball Super back even more. But we still have the manga going on. The manga is going to be done with the superhero movie in about 2 months. They're very close to the end of the superhero movie. So hopefully, my guess would be Toritaro is going to keep going with the super manga, and then we'll see what happens with Black Frieza and all that other stuff. So at least for now, we still have the super manga. And if the super manga is going on with a new arc, and this show ends up being good, and then we get Budokai Tenkaichi 4, That's a lot for us to be excited for as Dragon Ball fans, and um, that's all we can ask for. We've waited 5 years. It's been a long 5 years. We've waited a long time, but still, even though we've had to wait a long time, still seems like some very exciting stuff is on the horizon. We just gotta be a little more patient, a little more patient. All right, but either way, that's about all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments section what you guys' thoughts to the teaser trailer was. Are you guys excited for the show? Are you guys in the middle? Or are you guys a full flat out no? I would say for those of you guys who are a no right now, just be patient. When Dragon Ball Superhero came out, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, I don't want to see a 3D movie." And Superhero ended up being extremely enjoyable, right? So I trust Toriyama. He's the king of Dragon Ball, right? He's the creator. He's rarely ever failed us. So, for those of you guys that have questions about the show right now, I would just say, be patient. Be patient. Let's wait, and then once we get more information on the show, we can take it from there. Either way, like I said, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. I will keep you guys updated with all things Dragon Ball Daima going forward, and then this is going to be the place. Once the show actually comes back, we'll be doing reactions every single week, speculation videos, tons of cool stuff, and I'm excited for it. We're just going to be a little more patient. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, hit the bell next to my name, Fitzmonk TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys for the love and support. I will see you guys later. Peace.